G'day guys, got some feedback on this new Chinese detector, and basically I found out the price, I found out a few things about it, and I just got to get this detector out the door, so bear with me while I just finish off this detector. I got someone waiting for it, so I'll talk and just put the screws in this and give it a test. But basically, along the lines of the cost, or should I say the price of the detector will be $3,000 US. That is the price. The other thing I found out is that it does not have dongled coils, which I will say is a positive. So it doesn't have tricky coils, but I was told that even though the coils are not dongled, they're not normal coils. Now that could mean a few things. That could mean that the coil has different inductance or less resistance. The detector can put out more power, thus there's some difference there. But nevertheless, whatever coils it has, I would say that the aftermarket for coils will still be in existence. So we can expect to be able to make coils for it if anyone here buys it. I think the target market for this detector is not particularly Australia, but I've got a feeling it's more for areas over in Africa and basically Africa, because if you have a look at the menu, you've got Arabic and you also have French. So, there's a lot of French speaking communities over in Africa in those gold areas. So, yeah, that's where they will be. I was going to test this detector out, just make sure it all works properly before it goes out the door. I'm just going to hook it up on a double D coil, stick it in there. We'll stick that into cancel mode, stick into tracking, deep, normal timings, and plug some power in. Now, the other thing of interest too, apart from Chinese detector or detectors, is that I hear Nokta are bringing out two detectors. They are bringing out two PI detectors. One will be a gold prospecting detector. The other one is going to be for treasure. Now I'm going to put this thing back to factory default because I think it was on low gain. I was just testing out some other things. So here we go. Yep, it's a 5,000. Fives are always a little bit noisier than 45s. It is. Just bear with me. I just want to just check a few things here on. Okay, that's all right. I'm just going to do a quick frequency check of this thing. Yeah. That's about normal chatter for this time of day with a big double, a fairly big double D coil, not using special coils or anything like that. So that's to be expected. So basically about the Nokta ones, I don't know anything about them whatsoever. I do know about their detectors. I used to talk to these companies years and years ago when they were first starting, and when they gear up and get on their feet, or they don't talk anymore. Funny about that. It's like kids leaving home. Now I'm just going to find my small targets. Let's go do a test on this. So bear with me. Let's go to finish it off. That's all right. It picks that up in normal timings, and there's nothing special. It's all running normal frequencies, all set. Basically, we'll go into special fine. I just want to check that out. No problem. Enhance. On a bit of a noise frequency there on enhance, and nasty rock ground balance. We'll just check that out in normal and make sure, just do that a quick flick. Yeah, it's drifted on the noise. I think it might be the camera. It's very close to the coil. Or something started up somewhere. Yeah, that's better. I don't know if you can even hear that. I've got this thing. There you go. Turn it full bore. I don't want that loud. But yeah. No problem. And special. Fine. And enhance. Should eat it for breakfast. Yeah, we've just got residual noise coming in. So, yeah, that's a goer. I'll just get that for David. David needs to send that off. So I'll just put it over here on a chair and get that out of the way. Yeah, apart from that, we've had some interesting conversations around the place. I've come up with an idea and a half for the 6000. It's an absolute doozy, okay? It's going to be called the doozy, and we're going to call it no more paying through the snozzle for very expensive coils. You don't need to. I have a way. I've got bits and pieces coming. I have a way to completely don't have to use that dongle thing or the little DS1302, whatever it is, inside the coil shell. You don't need to destroy your coil, okay? You do not need to destroy your coil. Pull that out. It's going to be very, very funny, but when you see what I'm going to do, it's going to make everyone go, you have the aha moment, right? It's going to be very, very funny indeed. But bear with me on this. I will do a separate video, how to completely negate having to go and buy coils with dongles in them. You just will not have to do it. And you don't have to destroy your existing coil to pull the thing out. Just don't have to worry about it. It's going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be amusing. And it's just me basically working as hard as I can to defeat these stupid dongle things. I hate them. No, it really is. I look at it like this. how dare you? You know, really. Uh, so yeah, all this this way of locking people out of the industry, and you know, just uh, have a couple of you know, I don't even know. Words escape me. What do I call these people? I do have words for it, but I'm not going to use them. But just a couple of other um, manufacturers to make things, and they are allowed to, but no one else is. So, you know, when I explain how this is going to work, they are going to hate my guts big time. They will absolutely crucify me. But there's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing they can do about it. 100% zero. So it's going to be quite funny. So, you know, like I say, I don't owe anybody anything. Zero. No one has done favors for me. No one. Never done a favor for me in their life. So that's bad luck. I'm not doing any favors for them. Fair's fair, isn't it? You know, it's quite interesting that I was even communicating with the Chinese about their detectors, and from time to time, they have issues. And the funny thing is, I can see the issues, and I say, "Well, this is your issue, and I'll give you, you know, a little bit of information. Go down this path, and you'll probably find it." So, you know, I'm not going to spoon feed, but I'm going to point them in a direction to get around to particular problems. But it's only on their own stuff anyway, so no big deal. And apart from that, yeah, if they make better detectors, good on them. Good on them. I've got nothing against them. They can make good detectors. If they are bringing out stuff that's cheaper and good quality, please, good quality for the prospectors, and they undercut everyone else, good on them. Good on them. Market economy, go for it. So, you know, in the past, everyone used to go, oh, you know, hey, like the detecting industry is the most bloody polarized industry there is. It is unbelievable. It's like Democrats and Republicans, you know, the Harris and the Trump. It's exactly the same like that in the detecting industry. Oh, I only use this brand, and everything else can go whatever. Or as Biden said, garbage. He did say that. He did say Trump supporters, his supporters are garbage. Anyway, I don't want to get political, but yeah, it's very, very interesting. I've had some feedback from people up around the Denali area that someone, this is a good one. I'm going to tell you, this is a classic. Someone was, this is all vested interest, by the way. I know it's vested interest because I've been there. There was someone who asked a thing on a Facebook forum about having their detector upgraded. And you've got to remember that there's a lot of basically, you know, monkey see, monkey copy, monkey do people out there who want to jump on the bandwagon of doing this sort of stuff and try and copy and do whatever, you know, whatever they do, good on them. And the thing is that when I was having a look at what some of the things that are done, and you know, like I said, when I was doing up detectors with variable frequency, variable gain, and all this, and when you got into enhanced mode, that there was issues if you put on high capacitance type, you know, basically slug coils, high capacitance coils, more like the older coils, and you know there could be an issue where it desensitized. So basically, I've got around that whole issue now, and it makes it so I don't have to go and drill holes in detectors and put extra switches, knobs, buttons. Just do it internally. It can be done internally. And yeah, they still doing things like that. And the funny thing was that there was one of them, I got feedback on this and said, oh, this issue doesn't do something properly. and it goes into decents on fine gold. All right, and it is. I tell all the customers, if you crank it up too far on fine gold, it's going to desense. If you've got a really bad coil, slow coils, just basically stores too much energy and can't get it out fast enough, and it desenses the front end. If you're clocking the detector fast, I'm going fast. So in that regard, I said, well, let them drill holes in everyone's detectors and do that. I'm going to do it a different way. So I've gone complete back to where I, started doing it, not doing anything, over the top, and making it all sit inside the detector where the detector looks normal. No one knows, right? Now, this is the reason I'm doing this, because there's people out there who, okay, I'll put this into context. If you have people buying second-hand detectors, a lot of them are new people getting into prospecting. There's not a lot that buy second-hand detectors who are already in there. Maybe some, but a lot of them are new people that want to get in cheap. And if they see a detector with holes drilled in it, knobs and switches and stuff sticking out, it freaks them out. They'll go, oh, I don't want to buy that. So to get around that problem, I'm not doing that anymore. So anyone gets their detector modified via me or Dave, right? Because it's both the same. The detector works good. You can't screw yourself up with it. And if you want to sell it, no one's going to balk at it saying, oh, it's got all these extra weird switches in it. So there's some people, professional prospecting people know that in some instances, extra knobs, button switches, and that is good for the professional, but it's not good for the amateur or the new one who wants to come in. So, if you do want to upgrade your detector, well, then it's easier to do because it's easier to sell, right? You don't have to go and do the hard sell and explain, and they'll all get cold feet anyway, a lot of them. So that's how we're doing that. I've got some new stuff coming out. Dave's building stuff at the moment for me, and just making sure that it's sitting on the bench and it's just out of camera range, which is good. Jesus, you got to be careful. So all things are percolating along quite nicely. I want to find out more about the Noktas. So anybody has information on these Nokta detectors that are meant to be out next month, I've been told. Put it in the comments. I don't know anything about them. I know they're PIs. That's it. Got no idea on price, capabilities, whatever. Except I'll tell you one thing that was said. They are going to challenge the expensive end of the market. The expensive end of the market. So there may be serious competition to that end of the market from either or both the Chinese or Nokta. Apart from that, I noticed some good kit detectors being made in the Ukraine. I don't know all the ins and outs, but I know that some of the newer stuff is quite elaborate. I don't know how the function of it goes. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of companies over in Germany that make detectors as well. One in particular, I'm not going to say too much. They make really elaborate stuff, and I've had it here to fix, and it's definitely German engineering, I'll tell you that. But they make other weird stuff, and the weird stuff I don't like. I have my opinion on the weird stuff. Things that look like this, on a stick and a handle. They make this weird stuff like that, and they tell everyone it can pick up. As soon as anyone comes out with things like that on a handle that look like that with antennas sticking off it and say it's for prospecting, you lose all my respect. You lose all your credibility in my eyes. It's just con. It doesn't work. If anyone can prove that stuff works, I will give you $1 million cash. Absolute crud. I pulled them apart before, and I've said it before what some of them have got in there. They got bits of old UHF TV tuner. It's got nothing to do with picking up any metal or anything like that. Just not going to do it. Just madness. Like I'd said, the fellow who had all these things, and I was walking around behind him with a 6-ounce nugget in my pocket, never pointed at me once. And then I said I went and buried it and made him walk, and he walked right past it. So anyone pushing that stuff, please get away from me. I don't want to be associated. I've had people contact me and said, "Oh, can you do something with our stuff on your YouTube channel, and we will pay you to do it." And I went, "Not that stuff. No way." It's instant credibility destruction, because anyone who buys one and goes out and tries to do anything with it will just get bamboozled. Because they'll get bamboozled because it'll never do what it's supposed to do, and what they say about it. It's not going to do it. It's rubbish, garbage. Yeah, it's garbage. It really is. But if it's got a coil on it, goes on the ground. Yeah, I give cred to that. If it swings from a helicopter and it's got a big coil on it, yeah, credible. If it looks like a big HF antenna and hangs from the back of an aeroplane, yes. Not metal detecting as in we do it, but a different way of doing it to pick up big ore bodies, yes. A thing like this with basically a stick on a handle with weirdo beeps and bops and weirdo electronics, absolute trash. Doesn't work, will not work. And anyone who ever says it works is just absolutely deluded. No idea whatsoever how this stuff works. It's all to do with proximity. It doesn't, people say, "Oh, it picks up the frequency of gold." What frequency is gold? What are you talking about? What the atoms are vibrating at? Pigs, backside rubbish, absolute rubbish. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to do anything whatsoever. Oh, sorry, but I see so much of it. It just, I see people getting. I actually see and hear about people. Well, people contact me as well, wanting stuff. This thing doesn't work. Can you fix it? Why did you buy that for? Please, go read up a physics book or something. Go and educate yourself before purchase. Please educate yourself before purchase. Google is your friend, right? But don't read the ads. read non-vested interest reviews. If you want to find out, go on these new AI search engine things and type it in. And it will tell you the truth of the matter. Don't just blindly trust advertisements. And the other thing that goes with advertisements, dry mouth. The only other thing to worry about is with advertisements is the comments and all the praise and the reviews, right? Who does the reviews? What, Uncle Bob and Uncle Ben and Auntie Sue and Auntie Mavis and the kids and the kids' friends or whatever? You don't know. There's no way of really verifying anything like that. It's just, it is what it is. So somewhere on this video too, I'm getting a picture of this Chinese, if I remember the number, GDX-9800. I am going to get a picture of it and I'll put it up as a front picture on this video. So if you come in halfway through it, you can just put it on, I don't know, YouTube or wherever, and just have a look, scroll through until you see the picture. I think that's the way it works. I don't look at my own stuff, so I don't know. Well, sometimes I do. But yeah, that's what's going on at the moment. Yeah. Okay, it's getting pretty late. Come on, David, come and pick this thing up. Someone's chomping at the bit for it. So I know that. And I've got other things people are chomping at the bit for too, and I better finish that. Actually, I better put this one up on my bench so I don't forget about doing this. Whoops, nearly put the name there, didn't I? No, thank God. I think, did I? No, that's all right. Mr. You know who you are. Big Gold Deep. Yeah, yours is getting done. Yours is getting knobs and buttons on it because of what it is and what you want. Just the way it rolls. So, yeah, all good. Anyway, if I find out more about this GDX thing, I will let everyone know because I am intrigued. I'm intrigued. I did say, could I get my hands on one? And basically, I was sort of told that you can have 10. I only want one. I just want to do tests on it. I don't want to, I don't want to take the risk, but I'll find out anyway. I'm going to find out somehow or other. I mean, my son's over in China at the moment. I might send him on a mission. He's an hour away from the factory, so I can send him there and say, hey, go and talk to da and find out. Hopefully he's learned a bit more Chinese while he's been over there. Hopefully. So yeah, he can go and practice his Chinese with the Chinese because I don't know how good their English is. I don't know. They use translators on everything, so I don't know. But anyway, all good. That's enough on that. And have I left anything out? No. Yes, but no. I'm not going to bring it up just yet. There is more stuff, but it's just the nature of this industry overall. It is the consumers don't see it, but if you're on the inside of it, it is unbelievable. Everyone's got the sharp objects out and want out everyone else. You talk to someone, you think they're friends with so and so and that, and next minute they're backstabbing the hell out of them, and it goes round all over. It's unbelievable. I've had a few knives in my back, I think, but there's some very interesting characters out there and very interesting setups. I'll leave it at that. Just be aware of this industry, and all the interesting stuff that goes with it that I've heard over the years. The best one ever was 30% deeper. Next model, 30% deeper. Next model, 30% deeper. So we're nearly at 100% deeper. All this sort of stuff. It really just absolutely just makes you laugh. It's hilarious. What are they running? Detectors running 5 kilowatt output power or something. I don't know. It's a joke. It's a joke. A lot of things I say are jokes because it just deserves it. It doesn't deserve any real credit. It's just a joke topic. A lot of it. It's amazing. So watch out for Martian devices. Little antennas on them like this. Hilarious. Yeah. Oh no. People ring up and talk to Dave about those, and they say, "Oh, I've got this thing, and it's not working." I think he says it'll never work. Never do what you expect it to do or what they told you it will do. But you don't. Well, I'll just give you. I'll give you a rational explanation, right, about these things that do this. Let's have a look at a credible company, right? Well, we will mention a credible company. You can mention a few credible companies, but say I'll pick one out. I'll just explain this. Okay, just say MindLab. Okay, MindLab is a credible company. They make good equipment. It does what it's meant to do. Okay, Not that I'm a MindLab fanboy, but it just is good stuff, right? And those companies, such as MindLab, don't make things that spin around on a bicycle handle or whatever, a stick or whatever, look like an electronic divining rod, and do this business, right, with a thing sticking out the front with antennas on it. They don't make that because it don't work, right? They know damn well not to. How to lose all your credibility? Make those things and try and sell them. You'll just go down to garbage. Shoot, don't do it, right? And you know, some of the other companies, they just try and make as much money as they can, and they mix some working product with the joke product, and it really just how to destroy your reputation. People cotton on to this, you know, they do. They cotton on to it, and I'm not saying any names, but you can have a look. Go around and have a look on the internet for things that look like, you know, Martian ray guns that pick up gold minerals. Actually, I've seen people say it picks up diamonds. Really unbelievable. Does it point at the, you know, the moissanite and you know, deposition lab diamond companies over in China? Does it? I bet you it doesn't. But it's just amazing the amount of BS that is spruiked out there just for a money grab off people. And detectors and metal detectors and prospecting and all the rest of it, it's a very lucrative market. There's a lot of markup on a lot of stuff, except for those $18 detectors out of China. That was pretty cheap. But there is a lot of margin, and people want to keep the margin. And you know, if they don't have a lot of you know, high margin detectors, then they'll come out with stupid things that don't work. Just be wary of it. Question everything, and you know, don't go on people's business. Well, actually, some forums are actually hidden. Well, they're disguised, I should say, as an open forum, but they're actually for a business. And you have a look at the content, it directs you in one direction only. That's what this Facebook group was doing. And I don't know how the tie-up is in there, but like a fellow said to me, he went and posted stuff about me in a positive light on there, and he said that his post was reworded and put there. Then it was taken down all completely, and when he challenged it, he was banned from the group. Right, so you know who you are. So the person who told someone else who told me, right? You know who you are. I'm not saying any names, but yeah, you know who you are. All good. Um, it's all quite interesting. But yeah, that is nasty. It's really nasty. And anyway, I think everyone on that group, not saying what group it is a group. There is something in the going on. There's something like that going on. So be wary. If people in groups are trying to, you know, basically sell something and it's only one option, and you know, it's like if you went onto a you know, a website all about motor vehicles, and they said, no, you must buy a Ford. You must buy a Ford. You know, say any other car. No, Ford. You'll get you a deal on a Ford. And they kept saying it. You go, what's going on here? This is the same stuff. They just try and direct you with no option. So just be wary of that. Yeah. Oh, there we are. People are rolling up here already. Dave's not here, so I better go and have a look at them. They want that detector. Anyway, catches.